pre-stream. Now we're streaming. This is pod racing.
You haven't labeled on the stream channel.
Oh,
that
there.
You're streaming. Yeah, thank you.
No, I had it queued up, and I just forgot to hit the button.
It's just more convenient that way because of the way YouTube does this sort of thing.
YouTube is
unique
so
link every time.
crap. Oh my god! Like when Big Daddy streams, I'm almost tempted to just watch him on Twitch, and then when his stream goes live, go over to YouTube so that I know when the hell it starts.
Yeah, that's a good way of doing it. I think
it's a drag.
It's just awkward. It's just like there's not. Yeah. It's not like like what it should do. I know we haven't even played the game yet. We're already rambling. What it should do is that it should be like the channel and currently live, and if it wants to name the live stream, like give it a video name, so that when it's done, it can be uploaded as a video. Just hold it somewhere, and then when you're done, change it. I don't think it's that difficult. But then again, YouTube has really dropped the ball on streaming as a whole, which is why I haven't fully jumped over right now.
It's a whole thing. Okay, so hello everybody. So there's gonna be so I already had a preamble, but now I have a preamble to the preamble. The preamble to the preamble is that I'm having a very bad pain day, so I reserve the right to cut the stream short if my body no longer allows me to stream. I'm hoping to make it the 2.5 hours, but we will find out together if that's in the cards for me. Okay, so if you enable notifications for a stream, I think you can get it. It's the like, comment, and subscribe crap. So Dawntrail starts today. And if we'll notice, I no longer have a sprout next to my name. We have officially made it to current content. I think this happened on the last stream. But we're here. We are officially no longer sprouts.
So now you don't get an excuse when you screw up mechanics.
I know. Now I'm not just the embarrassment I feel is real and justified, and I can't hide behind anything. Okay, so thus begins our travel into Dawntrail, and things are going to be a little different from the way that they were now. First and foremost, we've already been sort of doing a whole bunch of spoilers and stuff like that about the stories we've been going on. But mega spoilers, we're going to be dissecting this story and pointing it backwards and forwards. So if you are somebody who are not currently up to date with the 14 MSQ, this is your warning. We're going to be dropping stuff. Like, we're going to be talking about wintering now and again, if it's relevant. All right. Part 2, as we are going to be on benders. And this is all because we love this game and we know it can do better. And we are hoping that it is going to be better in Vercold, but we're not going to know. We fear for the worst. But because we passionately love this, we are going to be very upset at times. And so when we get off on a bender, I'm going to say civil discussion in progress, and we're just going to go. So if you don't want to hear us complain for like 20 minutes about birds, then I'm going to put this up on the screen, and then when we're done and we're back to actually doing it, I'm going to take it off. And sometimes I'll know. There are multiple points that both Mortal and myself and you, everybody is welcome to criticize in the chat. This is going to be group therapy that we're all just going to get it out of our systems, scream into the infinite void.
The only therapy I need for this entire thing right now is the fact that everybody was telling me I was wrong for months about how bad this story was, and now suddenly it's the cool thing to hate on it.
Anyway, about those dumb birds. Those birds are so dumb. Oh my god. So I was literally talking to Mortal about this before the before we started, that that I don't know if I'm gonna pick the Hano Hano or the Pelo Pelo first, because they're both stupid and they're absolutely dumpster tier. But the birds are do it in a very endearing way, and like, oh, you stupid people. But anyway, I will try.
It still raises 1,000 questions, but we'll get there when we get there.
I will try my best to point out things that are good and interesting as they come along, or when somebody has a good moment, I'm like, yeah, look, it wasn't all bad. And taking a step back, the Dawntrail as a story, as a product, it's okay. It's B- C+. Its biggest problem, if you compare it to some dog shit AAA stuff that's out there, it's gonna beat that. Like there are
my standards are higher.
Okay, so you would rather play what's the name of that fucking game? Split Fiction? You'd play that over Dawntrail? Like, there is some bottom barrel bullshit out there.
Oh, what, is it okay to hate Split Fiction then? Because apparently that was also unpopular and not like how dumb that was.
Isn't that the one with the two people that are both insufferable? I never played it.
Yeah, but to be honest, insufferable protagonist is now just the thing people do in AAA.
Yeah, and you know, Wilclamot is sufferable. She's not the problem. So, anyway, why did I take this off? Here, it's going back up. Sorry. This is how these streams are gonna be. Absolute just buffoonery. Anyway, all right, we're done. So there'll be 2 more orders of business. I'll do in game. I gotta click in. I have to click in. No, not you. First start, Midgard Stormer. I'm going to spare you from this. Thank you for hanging out with me all these years. Midgard Stormer, Father of Dragons, will not be subjected to this heresy. Also, because the Warrior of Light is now going to be going on vacation, we're going to put on a hat. We can do this now. So, we're wearing a hat first off because Hrothgars can now wear hats. Secondly, we're on vacation, so we got to look good and we got to look silly. Also, this is representing that the Warrior of Light is checked the fuck out. And there are parts of this story where the Warrior of Light could have just solved the problem. No issues, no qualms. Just, oh, there's a problem I can fix. Oh, it's fixed. I just saved you 4 hours. Warrior of Light doesn't do it. Warrior of Light's on vacation. Warrior of Light is even dumber than normal. Oh, all right, sorry. And some of this is maybe the Warrior of Light doesn't actually care about any of this. Maybe the Warrior of Light is actually checked out and is just hanging out. Or some of it really does feel like the writers wanted to have a thing, and then you just get the sensation that even though you're the Warrior of Light, somebody else is the main character and you're watching somebody else's story that's not as interesting as yours play out. That's what this hat means. That also means that there may be some point where the hat comes off because, oh, there's something interesting going on. And then the hat will come back on.
There are 2 scenes in particular that makes me think that they do not intend for the Warrior Light to have been checked out. We'll get to those 2 scenes.
Yeah, we can have discussions about whether or not the hats come off. I have multiple hats ready to go. It's going to be a fun little thing.
I feel like that hat's staying on until Estinian shows up.
I'm deciding whether or not I want to take the hat off for Vali Garmunda. The fight specifically. Everything before and after, that hat is on. Pink flower looks like a slice of ham. Kind of, yeah, at a certain angle, it absolutely does. Like different genres immediately see eye to eye. I was not being paid to fix these problems instead of being. So there are some in-universe things. Is that you're kind of working pro bono, though. Wilclamot does say you'll be rewarded for your services, and we don't actually know if that happens. I don't remember them writing a big fat check.
You are rewarded in the gil that you collected for every single quest that you did. That is your reward.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, yeah, we have ham floret hat. So, okay. So, Midgard Stormer is gonna go hang out He's no longer watching his stories. We got our hat on. I did the disclaimer. I got the civil discussion button ready to go. So let the Dawntrailing commence.
Your reward was being enriched by the culture.
Oh my god.
The area.
Oh my god. Here we go. Richer than Titaru. Hello. We just had word from Erenville. It seems we've managed to secure passage to Trail aboard a guild ship vessel. Why don't you wait in the main hall? Oh, we're gonna go to the cutscene room. Into the cutscene room to start the expansion. And here's the new map that Graha put up.
I never said anything, but looking back at like the way Graha put that map up, it almost looked like it was a fisheye lens that they were using for the camera angle, because Grahatia's face looked a bit weird as he was putting the map up.
So, did he get on the step stool and then put it? Well, actually,
yeah, he did get on the step stool and he put it up. I mean, I don't know if the model moved, but I think it was heavily implied that he got on the step ladder to do it. But his face looked a little fatter than it was supposed to. It just looked a bit weird. I think the angle was off. It was not
a weird angle.
Why did I stand here?
Staring off into space. Hello, losers. Ojika gave us the new news. We're made ready to set sail at a moment's notice. The only one yet to arrive is Erenville himself. Except he's there. With Wacklement. Fixing some persuasion, but the Gleaner's Guild ship has granted us places aboard a vessel bound for Tyrrell. Why would it take persuasion? It's the Princess of Tyrrell right there. Never mind. I have other gripes. There'll be other passengers, research and artisans and the like, so we'll need to share deck space. I don't anyone expected we have a ship all to ourselves. They're not just casting off just yet, so if any lingering concerns, now is the time to voice them. I wouldn't call it a concern, but everyone's so clear on what it is we'll be doing in Tyrrell, yes? We've not forgotten. The nation of Tuyolel is in the midst of deciding its next ruler. As your chosen allies, we shall assist you during the rite of succession and support your bid to become Dawn Servant. In addition to that, Alfino and I have another objective. As part of its reconstruction, Garlemald seeks ways to reconcile and re-engage with its neighbors. By visiting Tyrrell, we hope to learn more about how its myriad cultures interact with one another, how they find common ground, develop stronger ties, sort of insights that might help us with our friends in Ilsabard. But we'll pursue this goal in our own time. You can be assured that we'll give our contest all due attention. That's all I ask, otherwise you're welcome to do as you like. You wanted to find out about your grandfather, right, Kryl? Good old Galuf. Yes, as far as we could determine from the old missive I found, he had been tasked with investigating the Golden City by your father. By your Faja. Yet, oddly enough, we have no record of that investigation on our archive and nothing to explain the earring which accompanied the letter. Thus, for reasons both official and personal, I would very much like to get into the bottom of that mystery. I'm sure there'll be a chance to speak with Papa. We can get our answers right from the source. Oh boy. I look forward to meeting him. I wouldn't look too forward. In any case, you're not the only one with an interest in the City of Gold. The Golden City is a children's bedtime story. I am part of this expedition only because the Third Promise has commanded that I serve as a guide. You're playing the part of the stoic servant, I see. What of you? Don't you dare tell me you've changed your mind. All right, so we have hoist sail and let the wind takes us. I'll say the Laminson answer. We won't make you Dawn Servant by standing around here and talking about it. A bit cheeky. I go wheresoever adventure is to be found. I like the shut up and go. A woman of action. We're all still committed to the journey, then I say we make ready to depart. Hello, fresh-faced student. What are you handing out today? Ah, he's handing out Euphrosyne. And Aglaya. And Thalia. Eager as they are, the others have already left for the harbor. We're not in danger of missing the boarding call. Perhaps we should be on our way as well. Oh shit! Oh, that's the. Oh, that's interesting. That is the jewel guy that you run into when you're doing the smithing quest with the goblins.
Savoring the moment, I can feel your excitement, your eagerness to explore the unknown.
I'm just here as a bodyguard. You pay me and I make your problems go away. No pay, no help. If something interesting happens, better than sitting around here not killing gods.
Well, for once, the fate of the world doesn't rest on our shoulders. We might even get a chance to enjoy ourselves.
It never lasts.
Do not be so quick to relax. Oh, Tural may seem but a short sail away on a map. The vast seas between brim with peril. The treacherous waters of Shade's Triangle alone have claimed countless vessels. Even following the safe route plotted by Admiral Bufiswin herself, this will be no pleasure cruise.
Perhaps, but my voyage here was uneventful enough. Disappointingly so.
Either way, the two of you have first-hand experience, which will be of great comfort in the days ahead, I'm sure.
Close the Mandeville box.
Aye, it's nothing new to us.
All aboard! We're casting off!
It's time. I trust you have everything you need? And so does our ship cast off from the docks.
Oh, it's crap.
We sail west, as Cattenram did some 80 years past, bound for the New World, known to her children as the continent of Tural.
Just wait, Papa. When this contest is said and done, it'll be your daughter who sits the throne. Me, Woklamat.
Aren't you supposed to not like boats? Never mind.
Just don't
Okay,
bring it up.
okay. I'm not.
I just like to say that I think the Dawntrail combat music,
really
the
good.
field combat music, may be my favorite actually.
I was about to make the joke that I feel like I'm in combat. I still enjoy the Sokin coming up behind the bushes with the guitar solo whenever you get attacked by Shadowbringers.
that one is good. I like that one a lot. Okay, here we go. These casual tracks that play during cutscenes, there's a lot of them that have just started to drive me insane. And this is one of them.
Aye, so far so good. But this sea, she's a fickle one. Calm one moment, blowing a gale the next.
So weird to see a clean-shaven pirate.
I'll take my rest while I can then.
We left port what seems an age ago now, and we've seen naught but open water ahead. I knew Tural was far, but it's another thing to really know. Speaking of which, some of our fellow passengers have made this trip before. Several times, in fact.
Oh, there he is.
I was able to learn a few things about Tuliolal and the right of succession.
His beard fell off because of scurvy. So they will they will recycle themes. They will recycle songs based on themes. So like whenever we're talking about Matoya, I guess, like the Matoya's theme will play. Whenever we're talking about dragons, we pull something from Heaven's Word. So hopefully we're only going to be pulling from Tural if something from Tural happens, which if we're going to be in a different reflection in Vercold, probably not.
Yeah, a lot of these tracks are like bound to the expansion they're in. I don't think we hear the Undertale track that was in Endwalker anymore. I think that's gone. It might sneak in if we're in like Charlene for whatever reason, but I believe they keep it region specific.
Yeah. So some of this stuff is gonna be left behind. There is like a suite of a Realm Reborn music that just will not die. Which
there are some of those.
I'm like, I feel like, oh, I've heard this song for the 1000th time. Oh, glory day.
Since we still have a long way to go, why not have a chat with them yourself? I'm sure you have questions of your own.
I might as well talk to 3 people. I'm not gonna give him too much grievance on mood music in the background.
For me, I think it's just I think it's because I just don't like how thick this expansion is.
These same waters, grandfather.
You can talk over Kryl, it's fine.
It's yeah. It's just it's a problem that the entire game has had, but because Dawntrail is kind of not great, as charitable as I can give it, I really think it emphasizes a lot of the padding that the game has, especially when you're not excited to keep going because the story has just bugged the shit out of you for one reason or another.
Hey, welcome.
And there's some of this music. It shows up a lot and it grates me because there's so many thick cutscenes and it makes me want to just skip all of it.
Not a lot of earworms. Oh, Wuklamot's back to being afraid of boats.
See, it could have been a nice, funny, like epic funny moment that you can pull out of the Manderville box if she's like really excited. So she's at the front of the boat. She's like, "Yeah, you can't wait to get back." And then she like remembers Ben, and it has to back up. But I really do think they just fucking completely forgot and needed a cool shot for the beginning of Dawntrail and just put it in the front of the boat.
They wanted this shit right here, and Wuklamot doing it.
They didn't even put maximum effort into it because I noticed their fucking foot was clipping into the fucking thing at the beginning.
Tut.
They didn't even line it up properly.
Tut. Yeah. Off. Just smile.
Oh, don't get me started on that. When we get to that point, I am going to blow the fuck up on that fucking High School Musical shit, right? We'll get there.
The least earned montage. When you did that stuff in Shadowbringers, that was blood, sweat, and tears. You did it with the train, and you're like, what? Really? We're pulling out the main song for this? Alright.
It's genuinely, like, comedic. I know we aren't there yet, but honest to fuck, like, first time, and you could see, if you watch people's reaction to the first time through, when that song pops up the first time, everybody's eyes are wide and they're looking around really awkwardly, like, this has Finny fun levels of energy right now, and it's really awkward. But then they show up a second time, and I think everybody just laughs. Because it's so unearned, and it's so soon after the previous one.
Anyway, Alice said, God bless her. This was like my first Dawntrail screenshot. How about some light sparring later? Alice just cannot sit still for 5 minutes. We raised her well. Alfino, things just happened to him. It was never the same after the Crystal Braves. Hello, Fontaine. This will be our first visit to Toral. I was working with Estame's aesthetics and will die. You see, my employment with them came to an end. That's why I visited Charlene and hoped of starting over. While I was attempting and failing to find a new job, I seized the chance to board this vessel when I overheard room for another passenger suddenly opened up. I'm told the Dawn Servant welcomes all regardless of origin, and so Tuli seems to be the perfect place to begin anew. I'd completely forgotten you running him on the ship.
Did you? Oh. I remember because I saw him and I was like, man, this dude looks like a fucking loser. And then he showed up again later. And I was like, oh, hey, it's the loser.
I might have remembered it, like, in motion, but it didn't stick with me when the story was over. When I was
That's fair.
Adventurer, I presume. I'm a merchant myself, based in Ulda. Specialty imports and exports. This is your first crossing the salt, as they say. Do remember that the social mores of yours here are not necessarily the same as those over yonder. Consider this: it is not uncommon for the various races to be referred to instead by the names of certain clans. So it's the Hestero for the Mikote, also known as the Native Americans, the Hrothgar of the Zabral. Not because every member of a given clan is of the same race, but because many individuals of said race are associated with that clan. A fair assumption in certain cases, but take care not to give offense. Barrier generator protects from storms. A reassuring thought, though I never let play, there will be no need for it. Don't tell him. He's a sprightly sailor. Do you want to make a wager? We're taking bets on who will be sat next in the Dawn Servant's shiny chair. There are 4 claimants in right succession. Are your young Wooklamot being one of them, of course? Your young Wooklamot? Mr. Sailor. But from what Mamulja Bloke was telling us, the other 3 are all strong contenders. Not too many keen to risk their coin on a third promise. Lalafelli and Gleaner. Aaronville is looking for passes to LL, so I managed to squeeze his party aboard one of our chartered vessels. As fortune would have it, we just scheduled an expedition to Toral. Ah. Oh, if we wanted to go back to old Charlie, right. He's a burly adventurer. What gear you got on? You're an adventurer, but you're wearing gathering clothes. Oh man, he had the glamour update before we did. Not bad, Mr. Burly Adventurer. I want to retrace the historic journey of the great Kedinram. You know, the first Eurians to set foot on Toral almost 80 years ago. The Mamuljat's leader is said to have welcomed Kedinram with open arms and sent him home with a bounty of silverware as token for the friendship. The real treasure is the crops he brought back, which spread across the Eurasia like wildfire. His grand adventure led to a culinary revolution. The tales say Kedinram returned to Toral several times after that, but his ship vanished during the last recorded voyage and he was never heard from again. That even a seasoned explorer like him could meet such an end is testimony to the ocean's power. This makes Kedinram an old bastard too, but he looks young. I'm trying to remember if they explain that in the story.
He can live to 250.
Oh, Rogadin are like dwarves?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I actually don't think it is explained. I'm not gonna lie. I don't actually think it is.
Keep an eye out, because I don't. It sort of threw me for a bit of a loop when I realized that the Dawn Servant was 80 years ago. But anyway, time for lampshading. I see you in Eorzea before, you great and famous hero. I've had enough of playing the simpleton. There was a time when we took great pains to maintain the deception, but with more of you Eorzeans coming to Toral, it's become impractical. Besides, my mercenary days are over. Too many of our warband have fallen, and so we read home to lick our wounds. So.
Joke's on you, I was pretending to be dumb.
I do enjoy that little bit of lampshading, because if you were busy running, what's the name of the Tonberry dungeon? And just all of the stuff.
Wanderer's Palace.
Wanderer's Palace. And you're used to Mamulja being stupid, and they're like, wait a minute, there's gonna be several Mamulja who are gonna be very important, smart people in this story. We gotta sort of explain why they sounded dumb before. And they're like, yeah, here we go. It was all an act. So as you were dying and saying gibberish, It was all a facade. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
Of course. I know you're fine with it. I'm not. But I'm not gonna be fine with a lot of things. Right?
This is just what happens. You can only retcon so much before it looks stupid for sometimes.
I feel like you could do something else that would have been better to explain it, but you know, I know we reshuffled so that Will Matt's the main character. We had to rewrite a bunch of stuff, so I get it. I understand. You get no time.
What did we learn of interest? There. That guy. I also enjoy the implication that that guy over there talking about how his warband was in tatters, and there's a very real chance that you're the reason. He doesn't seem to know you. I was like, oh, bullet dodged, I guess. I must have killed thousands of Mamulja on my day.
Dude, the hunt logs kept asking for it. I had no choice in the matter. I'm sorry.
Look, they're paying.
Look, it was either your life or my promotion. I'm sorry, it's one or the other.
Look, I'm not going to become Storm Captain by not killing you. Maybe I would. I'm not going to bother finding out. Anyway. Getting a little chilly up here on deck. Let's all gather in the cabin. Let's go to the cutscene room. In the cutscene room. Nested.
Well, the game just spoiled where you are right now, but that's okay.
All the races' maximum ages are
right
between
now.
100 and 120. Interesting. So there's no aids. Though, Viera are, yeah.
We're in for a proper storm, it seems.
The Viera are famously super long-aged. Elves too. But it's a plot point for several Viera that they live for a long ass time.
How's your stomach? Any better?
I don't know what you mean. I don't get seasick. I'm just feeling a little nauseous is all.
Isn't that what seasickness is?
Erenville, you were born in Tural, yes? Do many Viera live there?
The Shatona, as my people are called, have settlements mainly in the north, in Shaktural.
And your family?
I know nothing of my father, not even his name. As for my mother...
We're in the teeth of a narrow match. Reef that sail for the last snaps.
Oh dear.
Only knows without watch. This wind's too strong to take in your sound.
Speaking of Rumble Ball music.
We need help. Get in below decks first. Quickly, before he's washed overboard.
Everybody's just yelling into. It's one of those like. It's the PA system. It's one of those like big horn things. So just this entire conversation, everybody's just yelling into this horn.
Hey, move to the side. It's my turn to yell.
I know. It just shoves the guy out of the way, yells into it. Get him below decks first. I will engage in the pettiest of gripes. The time has come, people. I'm gonna have fun. Rogadin who make it to extreme old age often retain immense physical prowess, similar to the old man strength trope. All right, so Kedenram still able to be doing things makes sense, but how old he is the weird. Well, again, keep an eye out.
If like he was 20, then
it'd be mathematically possible. That yeah, if he left when he was super young.
I have not seen the ocean rage with such fury before or since.
Get them rain effects, guys. Graphical update.
The heaving waves tossed our ship about like a toy, sending sailors tumbling. The dauntless Alizé, quick to the rescue, was almost lost to the sea herself.
you imagine if they killed her in the opening cutscene? It's just
great hat, by the way.
That was such a great hat.
Meanwhile, our champion rushed to deploy the vessel's magical defenses, and thereby shield us from the lightning.
I fought Leviathan many times.
I was about to say, these sound a lot like raid mechanics. The Warrior of Light is locked in.
She must lead to be able to operate such a device with practiced ease.
Yeah. Oh, Kedem Ram is a handsome bastard.
Woklama, too, threw herself into the rescue efforts, though one might have mistaken her for another soul in distress.
I enjoy the dumpstering on Woklamat earlier on. Just like it's a positive thing. You're just like, okay, she's not
By the time
flawless.
the unruly seas had calmed, our strength was all but spent, and we had yet to even glimpse the shores of Tural. In retrospect, of course, that battle against the storm would prove a fitting prelude to the coming contest for the throne.
It wasn't, because the Warrior of Light does fuck all. Did I say that out loud? I did.
Oh, so that's not my Q popping. It was actually just the bell on the board.
The first time she sort of just like, all right, and then she heard it the second time, like, wait, what?
Son.
And we're dead. Oh, never mind.
It's boobies!
The blue-footed booby? What, on the stream? You've got to cover those up!
Morning. Joining us for some fresh air? Seems my belly has settled along with the weather, but I'll feel much better once we're on solid ground.
Nice skybox.
Can't be much farther now, can it?
Seabirds.
Sea sky.
Land
Seaport.
must be near. You need only hold out a while longer.
For a dark moment, I thought the ocean might swallow us. Glad to have my pessimism proven wrong.
In other good news, I examined the sailor who took a fall, and he's faring well. I'm sure he'll make a full recovery.
Good news indeed. If all's well, then we needn't delay in launching the landing boat. Ships have to lower anchors some way from shore. Too close, and they risk having their underbellies ripped open by the reefs that crowd Tuliola's coasts. Come.
Crawler boat.
Thanks for bringing us all this way.
Ha! We only did what we were paid to do. Couldn't hardly set you adrift halfway. If anything, it should be us thanking you for helping us through that beast of a storm. As a matter of fact, everyone's starting to fancy your chances in the contest. At this rate, we won't be able to lay wagers no more.
Then I better not let you down. Easy, stomach. Easy.
We're the last to board. If there's nothing left to say, then let's shove off, shall we?
I had to get my nod in.
Stoic nod. Oh, we're
It's
locking
the opening.
in.
This is the rock formation that spells Square Enix.
Blue seas, clear skies, and boundless possibilities. I dare say our destination will soon be in sight.
Ooh, that was from the trailer.
Enjoying yourself for a change?
There, look.
Only she knew.
Behold the scene of our next great adventure.
Ears.
At last, we have come to the land you call the New World. To my home, Tural.
I will forever love that they don't have the ability to take hats off, because that's not the way that the models work in this game. So there's always the camera cut with the exaggerated taking off animation. I look for them.
It is amusing.
This has been going on since the dawn of time. This is not a Dawntrail.
Oh yeah,
thing.
no, it's I mean, I am always amused, but it's just like, hey, I've got this item for you, and then they hold out their hand, and the other character holds out their hand, and then they just telepathically swap the items between each other. There's only been like a couple of instances where they've done it well, where the character's holding the item, and then the camera changes and keeps it above their arms, so you don't see them pick it up. But for the most part, it's just hand out, hand out.
Capital music track still good.
Can't wait to do some blue magic in here. It'd be so much fun.
Oh my god! Don't start. I will never stop being sore about it.
They're likely gonna get hope upon hope. We're gonna come back here to do blue magic stuff when they decide to get their finger out and actually do it. It's just that Beastmaster's taking priority. Although I have other issues with Beastmaster, but this is not relevant to what we're doing right now.
Gods, I've seen cities with an impressive mix of cultures, but this is something else.
Is that a... No. I've never seen Vanu feathers in that color before.
You'll find much here you never knew existed. There may be a sea route now, but visitors to Tulihiola are still few and far between.
I love how the lore for the Hano Hano is that the Vanu literally just fell out of the zone and landed here. Oh, let's just be here now. I love it. I love it. Don't change the thing.
And as we don't build seafaring ships, only a handful of Turali ever venture abroad.
We don't build seafaring ships, you say? That might make a global campaign of conquest difficult. Oh, never mind. I'm getting ahead of myself.
He knows where the budget's going, essentially. He knows what he's going to build as soon as he gets in.
Oh my god. We're not even talking about Zeraldi yet. I gotta reel myself in. Oh my god.
I suppose that makes us a rare sight in your country.
There I am, Gary. I'm not Lalafell with the red hair in the background. I'm in the shot.
Were there some forms we should fill out, or...
Forms? Did you forget who you're traveling with?
You are outsiders? Visitors to Tural?
No, we were born here, dumbass.
Whoa.
We are.
Alfie was being political about it.
Our nation is soon to hold a right of succession to choose its next Dawn servant. We will not abide interference from foreign agents seeking to foment trouble. What brings you to Viola?
This is a weird conversation.
I can answer that. These fine people are allies in my succession bid.
Third promise. If you vouch for them, then all is well. Of course.
Please, accept our apologies.
No need to bow and scrape. That our soldiers are so diligent in their duties fills me with pride.
Yes, so one of the side quests in the in whatever the name of the Vanu Vanu zone is talks about they're related to the Hanu Hanu are related to the Vanu Vanu. Got lost, ended up in Tuliolal and said, "We here now," and then got tropical feathers somehow. Which again, I think is 100% beautiful, and I wouldn't change a thing.
We'll be continuing our patrol then.
I don't know. I don't remember what side quest it is, but that outfit looks better. Died.
Well,
It's fine.
you really are a figure of authority here.
Are you suggesting I don't look the part? Anyway, first things first.
Yeah. What's they? All right. Here we go. So for this scene, they needed to establish. This is working backwards writing. They needed to establish that Wuklamot was actually a princess, spoiled little princess, and so they needed somebody to walk over and be like, "Oh no, you're the third promise. Please go along our way." But they also need to establish that Wuklamot doesn't care about authority, and she's just one of the people. So they worked backwards from there. And so they had two random guards accost foreigners and claim that they're not allowed to interfere in the right of succession when the Dawn Servant himself specifically said, "Oh no, bring whoever the hell you want, I don't care." Nice. But like this is like they wanted that moment. They wanted the silly, "Oh, you're the third promise, I'm so sorry." So like they wanted that moment, they just threw out the writing to compensate for it.
All right, thank you, Flame Dragon. I was really hoping you'd bring it up because if you were letting this cutscene go, I would have said something about it. But you jumped in. I have nothing else to add, to be honest. It's pretty much what I would have said.
It's which, if you're wondering why I was so rude to the Hrothgar, that's why. We'll kiss and make up later.
And you want to kiss with a mustache like that?
I'll work around it.
I bid you welcome to Tuliholal.
And smart. Oh wait, hold on too early. I will say I don't mind this zone. Is it like a hangout spot? I actually prefer over Solution 9, if I'm honest.
There's fun just running around. The music's good in both day and night. There's no, it's all the same music in Solution 9 because there's no day-night cycle there, which makes sense, but sort of sucks a little bit. And just like it's sort of like people are spread out here. Like there's some people by the market board, there's some people by the Aetherite, there's some people over by the crafting area. So like as you run through town, there's like a cluster of Tuliolal that's populated, or definitely was when it was when the expansion was fresh. And then you go to Solution 9 and everybody is clustered around the vendors. And then the entire rest of Solution 9, which looks cool and I loved running around, but it's empty. Because there's this one small part of it. Unless people are doing like Arcadian quests and then they're going back and forth over there. Yeah, I could just say
we really need like, what's a great word to use? Like vendor diversity to be like spread out a bit. I understand a lot of people are just like, but it's really convenient when everything's in the one fucking spot. But then you end up in a situation where literally everybody is in the same area in Solution 9 and does not go anywhere else ever.
There's no reason to. Now, we got away with this in Rajat Han because Rajat Han music was absolutely dope as hell. So like, and there was a little bit of Rajat Han you could run around because the questing was sort of spread out around the town. So like, you can go up to Megaduda, you could be in the Aetheryte Plaza, you can be over by the High Crucible of Owl, whatever. I mean, and everybody was gathered around the vendors there too, but like, it was part of the main artery, so it was still fine. And then you would sit in that town for hours just jamming the hell out. But anyway, not a problem.
I mean, yeah, I don't have issues with it. Again, a lot of good things are spread out in different places, and I know some people are just like, dude, it's just like when I'm playing the game and I want to do my grinding, I'd rather have everything be in a convenient fucking spot. Because I don't want to go here and then go all the way over there to do a vendor. And it's like, okay, so they have this thing in this game, and they're called Aetheryte nodes. They kind of prevent you from taking a while to go from point A to point B.
Yeah.
And so if things are spread out a little more, and there's Aetheryte nodes near vendors, it does like allow every area to have some sort of life going in it.
I do. I have this internal struggle with myself all the time. So in Solution 9, there's a materia vendor on the upstairs area where the notorious couch is. And so I will walk from the vendors, get new gear, and I'm like, I need to put materia in this gear. And then I walk over to the teleport pad, and every time I have the same conversation, I was just like, I love the fact that you have to walk over to a different place, and you go up the teleporter, and it's fun, and it's cool. And on the other hand, I'm like, I have to walk over there every time. It's a pain in the ass.
When you get to end game, this game has a lot of downtime though. Like, that's why it doesn't bother me as much. I can understand why some people would just be like, I've got 2 kids and I work at 9 to 5 and I just want to get the shit done. But again, it makes the place feel like more alive and real, and there's also just a lot of downtime in this game in general.
Yeah.
So a little bit of walking from point A to point B. People watching. I like people watching. Not in a creepy way, but like, you know, like I like to do in airports. So just like, if I'm waiting for a plane, I'm just like sitting about and watching people go about their day. I think it's fun to just keep a world alive by having people just kind of spread out all over the place.
It does feel a little better. We do. We need that freaking Solution 9 energy drink. We need it so badly. How are they sleeping on this?
Yes, so here's the thing. I actually don't think it should be as easy as like something you just sell. Because I think if it's something that's easily obtained, again, people are going to be using it all the fucking time to the point where its meme status is just dead in the water. I think this should be some sort of difficult, not like extreme level, but kind of a pain in the ass to actually obtain one. So you can then pop it off. Or you can probably make it, maybe even make it limited time. Just be like every like twice a year he sells the thing. That way it's like the those giant party poppers.
Oh yeah.
That are kind of just a rare item that you can just stock up on and hold.
I'm down
for
that.
But yeah, that energy drink, it does feel like wasted potential. I'm waiting for I know it won't happen, but it's gonna be really funny if it does. I am waiting for Square Enix to start selling items on the store with limited uses, and you have to pay like $6 for a pack of 100. I'm waiting for the Maple Storyification of the store in this fucking game. We're gonna get that desperate.
We have not gotten there yet. Sorry, I saw the Terali boxcar, so I'm just gonna be over here.
Yes, the new main character of the story.
So, yeah, having it only usable in Solution 9, only be able to carry one, or have a very limited number. These are like, I agree with the scarcity. I also agree that the scarcity should not be unobtainable.
Yes, it should not be like near impossible. Because I feel like you can then raise its status to be like, all right, I feel like this is the run that we're gonna do. This is the extreme clear we're gonna get. I'm gonna drink the juice, and then just go for it. So it look cool while getting my fucking extreme clear, and then you fail, but it's a funny meme because you wasted it. But yeah, it shouldn't be like unobtainable, but it should be a lot harder to obtain than just going to the vendor and buying it for like 100 gil.
Sorry. Tatsu, I hope it's not all of those at once. I hope we're picking one.
Well. People weren't sure what were going to happen at the first initially, so they had to make some extreme decisions.
Alright, so we all agree that this damn energy drink needs to show up in the game.
Yeah.
Alright. Crate Gar. I'll be glad to admit your acquaintance.
Jimul Jah has told me where I need to go again. I will go and do it. At least this guy has someone to give him instructions.
I know! Poor Boxcar was just back and forth without anything, getting rained on and everything. Ah. Alright. What do you punks have to say? We're back to reality. You're sucking it.
I know you taped that way, Tetsu, but I'm sorry, it was very exploitative.
It took everything I had to continue to listen to what you were saying because I was invested in this conversation and then not just mentally fall apart. just thinking about the Alabama banjo just immediately went out in my head. According to Aaronville, the Vanonite thought belongs to a clan of the Hanu Hanu. It seems that they share more than physical resemblance. Alright, we made it. Safe and sound. We've arrived in Tuliolo!
Now it's time for the tour.
Should have done this earlier.
What, are you gonna tune to the Aetheryte?
Yes, and then we're gonna walk to the Aetheryte. Nobody tells me when to do it!
It's gonna be real funny if the game turns and says that you can't because of MSQs.
Oh my god, please! Please! Ah!
Okay, they let you do it.
Damn it! When you said that, I wanted that more than anything.
You get this funny feeling that you need someone to show you around first before you just attune to
I know. If this was some freaking Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, you can't walk that way stuff, I would have lost it. That would have sent me. Absolutely gone. Yeah, I'm fine with there being. Well,
I think so. I feel like the reason that.
Go on.
No, sorry. I'll let you go first because you might be saying the same thing. I'm just.
So you mentioning how they could be related to each other. It could in fact be the same person, Boxcar and Crate Gar.
Yeah.
And that this Crate Gar is simply Boxcar from the source. We may be becoming yet another character who we have met in a different reflection. This may explain my inexorable draw to him. That's actually very exorable after all, but anyway, you get me. Ooh, we're getting gear. New headcanon. Dude, we are right in this lore.
We're right about than needed. Let's go.
I was gonna say that. Sold. There's a whole other problem with the relationship. That's really not a problem. Self-cessed. Anyway, look at my talking. No more boards for a while. Nobody tell her.
What? No vomit ASMR from Muklama anymore? Okay.
Now, they've not actually. Well, have they done that in this game?
What? Had
somebody throw up not like it would have been. Not on camera, no projectile.
Technically, they vomited light, I guess, at one point, at a couple of points.
You're right. Shout out to Tesseline. To get you familiar with the city before the Reddit success begins. Let's check it out. You're wondering who these strange folk were, so the third province has found herself some new followers then. Wilcomot, are you unwell? Look, it's another Femroth. Not at all. Couldn't be better. Third promise does not get seasick. No, sir. It's from my hand-picked entourage here. I've recruited them to help me win the right of success. I was about to show them around the city. A group of foreigners is going to attract attention, especially where they're in the company of Third Promise. Everyone will be curious. We certainly were. Your siblings have a tendency to command a respectful distance. But you're so easy to approach. Don't worry that you're bothered to me. We literally showed up to say, hi, you're approachable, and then we left. Wilcomot is technically royalty here. Like it or not, a person of her station surrounded by this many outsiders is bound to draw a crowd. Somehow. Except we move in 2 groups so as to attract less attention. We're in a city! Whatever. Just technically ignoring that. I do absolutely love the Erenville Wilcomot dynamic. It started strong and it never got weak. It's just that there was some parts of the story that like that was all that was going for it. It cannot carry the whole thing. All right. We're gonna split up into groups. Take it slow and recuperate. We have enough for that. Get out of here. Get out of here, kids. And Erenville, who's not a kid. How old is Erenville?
Like 24 on it.
Oh, he's a young. He's not like 240.
I don't know where people get the ages of characters sometimes. They just seem to have them. He's 25. I was actually wondering.
All right.
But yeah.
So he's a young'un.
Okay. Oh wait. Okay. Now I know where they get them from. There is the Encyclopedia Eorzea that exists that just basically gives a whole bunch of
yeah. Makes sense.
Did I ever go over the Erenville controversy that was really dumb?
What dumb Erenville controversy?
It was about his voice.
Oh, about how he was given his accent because he was supposed to be from Charlian, and then whoopsie daisy, he's from Tuliolal, and now he sounds out of place.
No. It's like this was like, you know, people were coming out of the work being like, I've always been bothered about Erenville, but now that Dawntrail's really bad, now I'm gonna fucking express it. His accent is really racist, and I hate it. He's trying to do a dumb accent, and I don't know why. It just sounds so bad. I don't even know where he's from. And it's like, dude, he's from fucking Iceland, you morons. You actual
that is a weird
clowns.
One. Yeah, he's fine. I think the problem was that they made him sound from Iceland because he was supposed to be Charlian. And then they decided to make him from Tuliolal. Now it's just silly. Did we ever run into anyone else who sounds like Erenville?
No, we did not.
This is some Urianger level bullshit. He just sounds like that because he wants to. Kahikwa does not sound like this.
I'd be willing to be sold on him being in a place like somewhere off somewhere for a fair amount of years, I don't know, and just hanging out there with people. Just a place we haven't been to yet. Well, that accent's just
Miracidia! He went to Miracidia, that son of a bitch! Everyone's been there but me!
Well, there we go. If we go there and everybody sounds like from Iceland, then maybe...
Good! Okay, plant this flag. Come back to this conversation in 4 years. We've done it. We've done it. Yeah. There are legit ties for him being Icelandic. And like that, because that's like a Vieira thing. But then like they diverted it. If any other person in Dawntrail had that kind of an accent, I would have pointed at it and be like, okay, we're good. But I don't think anybody else...
No, there is nobody else.
There's nobody else. That's the thing. You just needed a single other Vieira to have that accent that we run into randomly. And they just needed to say like 2 sentences. And they sound like Erenville. We're like, oh, it's just what we do here. We're fine. Everything's fine. So I think if we wanted to actually discuss this, like an adopted accent from being in a place is about as close as we're gonna get to something that Again, mentally, I did the Urianger thing. That he's just like, I'm just gonna sound like this, and if you have trouble with it, you can go screw yourself.
Urianger has been doing it a little less. Although I think my headcanon, I think a lot of people's headcanon is that we've actually now started to understand him a lot clearer, which is why we don't get it anymore.
Yeah. Kahikwa sounds fine, and every other Vieira that we talk to sounds like other Turali. And when you heard Erenville talking in Dawntrail, you're sort of just like, oh yeah, it's like it's a Norwegian Greekish kind of a thing. And you just sort of just hand wave Charlie and something or other, international diversity, blah, blah, blah. Then you're like, oh no, he's from here, and all the people sound different. You're like, what? This is a mystery. Okay, if we go to Mara City and everybody's Icelandic, absolute godsend. Done. And all Erenville's be like, oh yeah, I was there for a few years. It was nice. I was like, oh. All right. Okay, everybody, we gotta get to Mara City, and then we gotta get this question answered. Nothing else matters. Nothing else. Oh, Wookelmont was talking. Sorry, hang on. I'm fine now, really. Can't stand around all day, feeling sorry for myself, what with the contest looming and all. Seeing as you're already here, might as well tell you about the Harbor. Erenville already mentioned the reefs in the coastal waters. It explains why you don't see any big ships. Only vessels with shallow droughts can navigate the bay. Mostly small fishing boats or barges ferrying cargo up and down. Much of the incoming traffic is from Yogg-Tural, the southern landmass. The clans there produce various goods. Their wares are unloaded here and carted off to the merchant stalls. Oh no, they're following us. Yes?
I don't care, Wookelmont. I just don't.
They do this for every capital city that we go to.
I know they do, and I don't like it. I've never liked it. I don't like here, like this situation, and then you have to actually do it. So never mind. You have to actually speak to her while you're standing here to get the lore. I think this is just my problem with the fucking quest design in general. It's just like, if I want to sit down and get all the details of all the fucking random fluff that's happening in this world, I will stop here and I will speak to the NPCs to do so. But otherwise, I just want to get on with it, if I'm honest, because I have a preference for just exploring a new city by myself and just having a wander around and not be tour guided around. That's just my preference, and I don't know how other people feel about it, but I've just been hating being pulled by the nose. And it's not like I came into this immediately hating it because it's Dawntrail specifically, but I did come into it thinking, yep, here we go again, another tour guide for a bit, because heaven forbid a player fucking has a wander and finds things for themselves. And then we get spoon-fed information that I think is 99% kind of irrelevant to anything else in the MSQ. It's just like, oh, would you like to know things about the world? And there you go, and it's just bits of fluff that will never come up again. And I'm not a big fan of that. Now, that's a problem that has existed in the game for a while. I'm not going to pretend that this is new to Dawntrail specifically. But I've just not been a fan of this, the way that they do this type of like world building stuff, where they just have the character vomit this info, and then we have to go to the next point, and then it vomits more info, and it's like, cool, that's gone in one ear and out the other. I'm not going to remember any of it, and I don't have to remember any of it.
So if you just said, oh, run around and figure things out, and then later on you have to come to the market for a quest, and the quest is kind of interesting and relevant, but then like now you learn about the market through the quest. Would you prefer that to the guided tour?
I would.
Okay.
I would prefer that to a guided tour. Like I think because like now because it's now giving me like a proper objective. And like you can fuck around with like quest design a little bit and make things a bit more fun. Like just, I don't know, maybe have a theft happen at some point as you're delivering something in the market, and you chase them down, and you can learn a little like this, that, and the next thing about the market through that. But the whole go from point A, here's the thing, point B, here's the thing, point C, here's some info, and it's just dry. It's like I'm eating a stack of crackers with no butter on top. It's just, I'm not interested. It is going in one ear and out the other. I'm going to forget all of this. I forgot all about the fucking reef shit with the boats. Genuinely. But it's because I didn't care. I don't remember the game giving me a reason to care that much about it. I mean, it's nice to get a little bit of information, but again, as Wukalamat was even stating in the middle of the cutscene, we already yapped about that, and she just yapped about it again. It's like, well, it wasn't that long since the last time I did that quest. I understand you're repeating yourself at the beginning of an expansion because people haven't played it for several months, but we literally just had the info as to why big boats aren't at the actual shore. Anyway, I've just had this problem with Final Fantasy XIV as a whole when it comes to this kind of thing. This isn't just Dawntrail's stuff.
No gripe is invalid. No gripe is too petty. If you want to get it, if you want to talk about it, you want to complain about it, this is the forum. This is the time. Now, yes, if you there is I feel like there's an economy that also needs to be done. So like, if you're gonna do this main route, like make sure that the stuff that we talk about is things that are pertinent, and this is sort of your point. And sort of the Big Daddy's point is, if you make it completely something you have to go find, then nobody's gonna go find it, and then they're gonna get upset because they don't understand something. So then you're gonna want to have it on this main drag so that people are at least fed something that's relevant. And then it's a matter of making sure that what you're feeding them is in fact relevant. So I'm actually, because I think like what they'll do, like when we did this in Shadowbringer and we had to walk around the Crystarium, like they pointed out and be like, that's the market. That's where you buy stuff. That's the that is the Aetherytes Plaza. You go up there if you want to do the Aetherite. Up there are the people who do all the crafting and gathering. If you're interested in that, you go over there. Like it's just like, okay, I need to know where these things are. They're oh, hang on, jazz music. Ah. And so
I was going to say, I redid Shadowbringers recently. Oh wait, no, they technically do that. Okay, no, they do that. Right.
They do. Oh yeah,
I couldn't remember they had you speak to the crafting people, but they do.
Yeah.
The point A to point B to point C, they basically give you 3 nodes, and it's like, go speak to these people. Yeah. And you can do it in any order you wish. And in a lot of cases, you are walking through huge swathes of areas and just get to look at stuff as you're passing through. And interacting with Aetherites along the way. You'll come across the dude that does the fucking the nuts that you have to hand in later. You'll come across the giant vivarium that's sitting at the very bottom. There's just a bunch you can see along the way, and then you speak to them, and then they just are like blah blah blah. I think it's this type of tour guide I'm not a fan of, because you are just stuck on a rail the whole time, getting spoon-fed information that you might not even give a fuck about because it's not relevant to anything.
Yeah, and more to the point is, oh, hang on a minute. So let's say you're like, you pull up this whole map, you're just like, I want to go, what's over here? I want to walk over here. Well, the quest wants me to go this way, so I guess I go this way. So I could see like the being told to just go in any part of the Crystarium you want in any order does sort of allow you the freedom to just run about. They made the people follow your tech, and now they have to use it.
Yeah, there's that too. Like, again, if going into this section here, this little glowy pit thing has an optional dialogue for Wukalamat here, and then we can just move to the next one.
I'm actually shocked this isn't an optional dialogue kind of a thing, because that is the perfect thing. Because then if you're like me and you want every drop of nonsensical lore, whether or not you're gonna forget it in 15 seconds, then the little optional things are perfect. You just go there and you talk to somebody. Maybe it's a good line, maybe it's not. You don't care. You're just interested. If you're like, I need to get through this crap, then you just, oh, I go over there with these guys. Okay, we're out of here. But all right.
So I know why they have you on rails. They're playing extremely safe, because I know for a fact, an actual complete fact, that people who did Shadowbringers got lost. And I don't know if I'm in a minority on this one. I don't fucking mind getting lost in a town. Now, it depends on how you get lost, I suppose. If I'm running up the same stairway multiple times because I noticed that the stairway, and yet I never run into it, then that's just a bad design in the area itself. But I did get, like, a little lost in Shadowbringers, but it was more, I was just having a wander. And I wandered a little bit too far off the rails and just got a little bit lost. Because there is, like, the Vivarium area is fairly long and wide with not a whole lot in it. And it's very easy to get a little sidetracked, but I didn't get super lost in it. But I think a lot of players probably did complain that they were getting lost in main towns when they were first going into it. And it annoyed them, and they're now trying to streamline it a lot more so that you can... We don't have this issue, but again, you can do the best of both worlds and make this thing right now fucking optional. Because I don't know what she's going to say, but I bet you any money, whatever she says, I am going to forget in 5 minutes.
Find out. That's fine. Actually, anybody, any final thoughts? I don't want to cut people off, but I feel like the perfect follow-up to what you said is for Wilclamot to say something that's forgetable.
She's gonna say something that's actually a really nice nugget of information. I'm gonna look at
so it's win-win for me. Either she says something that's completely forgettable, and then you just teed it up, and Wilclamot is just doing your job for you, or she says something that's relevant, and then it's just funny. So either way, I'm coming out of this good. Let's talk to Crowell.
If says I like tacos and that's it, that'd be really.
Oh my god!
Funny,
no, we gotta go to the taco place separately. Oh, yeah, let's find out. The largest marketplace, right in the harbor. Everything from fresh fishes to porter wares goes directly to the shelves. I mentioned that here in Tulio we buy things with Pell. The eternal gill lamp shading. Don't worry about it. More and more trade is coming from Eorzea, so most shops are happy to accept your gill. There's also Waku Kimeki. Woo! Oh my god, my throat died. There's also Wachumi Kimeki, another market to the east of here, but that can wait for another time.
Does nobody know how to pronounce that?
Is it Waki Kimeki?
It's Wachumeki Mickey.
What? Hang on, man. I gotta look at this word again.
Really funny if I got it wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's Wachumeki Mickey.
Okay. Wachumeki Meki. When you see the word, you're just like, what? That's a lot of letters together.
So I remember it. But I remember it because it involves crafting, and it almost sounds like they're watching you make a thing, which is why it makes me remember it as Wachumeki Meki, which is what I think they were going for.
Oh my god, that's ingenious. I'll never forget how to say this again. I will actually forget how to say it again, but let's just pretend.
We'll get Snooty to remind you how you're not supposed to say it. That'll be fine.
I was saying it! I was like, I'm gonna be worse than Snooty on this one. Bless you, Snooty, wherever you are. You're our shining light in the darkness. Alright, we're gonna head back. Oh, we're backtracking. Head up the stairs towards a certain plaza. Oh, she's being coy about it.
Alright, so we learned that this is a marketplace that sells items. Yep, we haven't seen one of those before, and that Gil is Pell.
Yeah, specifically, here's the market. Oh, it's Celev meat. Yeah, it's a market. Hi, hello, what do you sell, Panami? Oh, well, we're offering work to artisans. Great. How about Bruck Tisan? What do you sell? Oh, we're seeking work. Okay. Do you sell anything? Oh, I can't talk to you. How about you? You're closed. No, you actually have to be on the other side of these tents if you want to buy something.
I actually, again, this is because I get so brain dead to skip through this. I actually didn't fucking notice there's not a single shop in the floor you're on.
No, if you were here, if you had this conversation here. Okay, independent merchant, where you buy some stuff from. Also, by the way, some very important things if you're doing weapon quests. Here's the materia vendor. Here's the materia builder. Okay. Tradecraft, battlecraft, independent mender.
I wonder if that's actually, like...
Oh, hang on.
I think one of the most asked questions is, like, where the fuck do I buy XYZ in this town? I really now think that might be why, because I think people default to the lowest floor. Because of what fucking Wilclamot's saying, but, like, none of the NPCs fucking sell anything.
That's my grievance with it.
It's not that hard to go upstairs, but a lot of players, play with the fucking wiki open at all fucking times, so it's just... I thought it was here. There's nothing here. I don't know where it is. So I guess I'll just fucking wiki the damn thing.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's the reason.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be great? Oh, all the vendors come right here to sell their wares. Oh, like that one. What you said makes sense, lady.
Also, yeah, the market board is technically within line of sight of where you're standing. When you finish the quest, it is technically there. But I still think that we should be on the floor with the fucking vendors. They're sitting there. Also, remind me.
Yeah.
Does the fact that it's called Pell mean fuck all for the rest of the story at any point?
No.
Okay,
it only matters because we are trading in Pell when we hang out with the Pelu Pelu. When we went over to the basically whenever we go anywhere else that's a different culture and a different currency, they have to have somebody explain to us that our guild is still fine and we don't have to do a currency exchange. Currency exchange is a completely separate conversation. And ultimately I agree. Hang on a minute. Turn this off for some reason. So the concept of having, like, if you want to go to Norvrant, you need Norvrant money. They made the right choice to say, no, just use Gil. Let's not mess with that particular can of worms. But as a result, they go through a meticulous process that any time when you go to Kugane, when you go to Norvrant, when you go anywhere where Gil may not be used, they talk either about gold is gold, we don't give a crap, or, oh, we'll take your Gil here anyway. Sometimes a little bit of a cheeky, we may be ripping you off, wink wink, which I appreciate. So that's why they had to shoehorn that in. It's just ultimately Wilclamont went to the wrong place. So
so again, I feel that just could have been optional.
It could, yeah.
Like if I go to the Pelu Pelu and they're just like, we don't take Gil here, I'd be like, oh, I'm a dumbass. Nobody told me that. But that's fine because I skipped the thing. That's the consequence. I'm not gonna go on a forum and be really mad that they didn't fucking explain it. I'm just like, oh, that may have been info I missed because I fucking skipped off the fucking thing here.
I would agree. Is it? Should it be a whole conversation? No. Should it be part of a different, more relevant conversation? Maybe.
Also, I don't know if that's the case, but do the Pelu explain that again anyway?
I am pretty sure it comes up again. keep it. Watch this space to see if the Pell talk about their money again. Can only hope. Hang on, we gotta rush through to the Pelu Pelu. Because when we're
this is an aetheryte crystal.
I know.
Put your hand on it, and good things happen.
We're impressed by that. We're impressed by the latest aetheryte design.
Yeah, nice butt plug.
Aetherites in Chiral. My brother Koana spent 3 years studying in Charlian. He fell in love with the nation and its ways and brought back to us the knowledge of aetherite construction. Papa warmed to the idea at once and had one built in. Interesting. So, hang on. So, all of the aetherites through the entirety of Jokteral and Yokteral, minus the ones in Solution 9, were just some shit that Koana thought was cool, and so the Dawn Servant was like, yeah, that's a cool idea, let's just bring it literally everywhere. We're going with that.
We have to. We don't have much of a fucking choice in the matter.
Hey, Koana, did you think of literally any other technological innovations while you're in Charlian that may perhaps help entire cultures that you would like to bring them?
What? Charlie doesn't know anything. We don't know things. What do you mean?
What?
Convenient transportation where we can, like, charge people to teleport around, specific people that can teleport around, seems like a really cool idea. Really good moneymaker, help the economy.
Okay, let's drive down to Mamuk. We're gonna get there. I'm spoiling a bit. Hey, do you have any issues for a long-term generational food problems? No, but I have a floating rock. Thanks, I guess.
Don't worry about the food problem. Just teleport over and buy something, man.
Oh.
Or just move. Do you think of that?
Oh my god.
I love this right now. I love just finding these little nuggets and ripping into them. Like, okay, I know it's a theory, and I know a lot of people might scoff at the theory, but the idea that Kwana might have been intended to be the main character is something I think is interesting, and it really makes me wonder sometimes some of the choices that are made in the story.
Yeah, I'm not going to confirm or deny that particular theory, but there's two things about that. One, after playing through 655, they clearly shuffled the deck on a few story points, way close to release. And two, there's some weird shoddy stuff going on here, and even like stuff that may have been in the box for a while. Ugh. All right, so we're just going to say that this is a really quick thing too, right? Like Kwana was like in Charlian for until very recently, and then we just decide to package how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, at least 10 Aetherites. And we're just throwing them all over the place. Do you think there was like a fountain in the middle of the goblin village and they ripped it out and put an Aetherite there instead?
I can see that.
'Cause there are some towns that are like, there's a clear central point for this Aetherite. As if the town was designed for it. But now we're finding out this is like within the last 5 years. Last 3 years. Okay. Makes no goddamn sense at all.
Like, God.
Oh my God.
This is the type of thing that I feel like maybe we should just not explain it. Like have the Aetherites there for gameplay convenience, or at least if you're going to explain it, don't explain it so precisely. Like it's like when you look at the new U stations in fucking Borderlands 2. Like, why the fuck doesn't Jack just use one of those, or stop us from using one of those?
It is that.
But you don't really go into it. It's just a thing that's there. In fact, Jack even gets you to go kill yourself once.
It's a bit of a plot hole, but it's sort of hand waved there. Like you could think up of so many different contrivances for there being Aetherites being relatively new is fine. But literally all of them existed in the last 3 years. Also, like, didn't Ketan Rams show up? They had Aetherites back then, right?
He could have dumped his name in here briefly.
You just be like, oh
he
yeah.
He had the idea and the plans and the ideas that we could do this in the future.
He made multiple journeys back and forth between Eorzea and the New World. One of those journeys would be like, oh yeah, this thing called Aetherite, and you can think about it. And the Dawn Servant's just like, I don't care what my kid does. Man, this isn't even the stuff I thought we'd get off on. Anyway, I'm already too near Aetherite woman. I'm saying it as if it's her problem. It's not her problem.
Did you do the attuning thing in quotations?
I know. She's just being cute. There are some like very relatable moments for Wooklamot where I'm just like, you're dumb and beautiful. I get you. She's just a stupid, spoiled princess, and that part of her I really, really don't mind. Anyway, then she does other things that are absolutely infuriating, but we'll get to those too. A little bit of everything. Ice cream has arrived. Okay. We can stop at Bright Bloom Post on the way. That's the headquarters for the Landsguard. Alright.
I think I've been over this before. I didn't like going through 6.5 and seeing Wooklamot there and the casual drop of Viola Gamanda.
Oh my God!
What a questions, but
I'm still not completely processed that.
But like, I didn't go in hating Wooklamot. I think the thing that bugs me about so much of this is the amount of like this is optional.
Yeah. Well, this is this is a contrivance because we're just talking about. Oh, this place is tall. Warrior of Light is like, there's a lot of hills here. God bless you, Warrior of Light. Sorry, go on.
God, what was I? I fucking lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, it's just a lot of this feels like wasted potential, and I think that's always something that bugs me more. Like, I don't want to go in here and hate Wuklomat right out of the gate. Like, someone like Vanille, I can hate immediately, and I can give you multiple reasons why. But I don't like when a game, like, there's a character and I either don't mind them or I actually kind of like them, and then the story and some of the character choices they end up happening later down the line just annoy the absolute fucking shit out of me, and makes me hate the character as a result. I think that's what bothers me more about Dawntrail, because I didn't hate Wuklomat when she was first introduced. There was things about her in 7.5 I was like, alright, no, this has potential. Yeah. This could go somewhere well. And at the small stretch at the beginning, it's not too bad. And then we start doing things. And then we're doing things and doing things, and she is attached to the fucking hip, and we're doing things. And there's a lot of stuff that happens that I'm just like, this is stupid. Why are we doing this? This is dumb.
Not your fault, Wuklomat. Most of it is not your fault. Not your dad's fault. We'll get there. Anyway, let's discuss Tuliolal's elevation. Trudging up and down all these slopes and stairs is exhaustion.
A bland topic. I would like to sit and have a discussion about elevation. I just like to imagine that's how you approach the conversation.
We have a lot of narrow, winding streets that crawl up the sides of the mountain. As you can see, the builders made sure the city's main thoroughfares are wide enough to accommodate wagons. Wow, that's a sentence.
Dude, I just want to take a skateboard or a bike and go down this fucking road.
This is when I do wish you can use mounts in town, like you could in WoW, and you just run down, like, cause you just jump down this whole hill like this. But at mount speed, it'd feel good. Also, it would be good if there was some sort of a, like, even if it was just like you get in a vehicle. But it's like that moment in Twilight Town that like you get the skateboard and you can just like ride around for a bit. Like you get it for the whatever trick thing you do to make money for whatever nonsense you're up to then. But it's like then you can just ride around and get a big hill. Whatever.
I mean, I would like some momentum-based physics in this game, but I know we're not getting that. This code is on the border of like breaking into a million pieces. Also, I'm just thinking back. We had the perfect opening shot of when we got into Tuliolao, where the camera was pointing right at the fucking E3, and yet we still have to be dragged over there to know what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
It's a minor nitpick, but I'm just like, what? I'm sick of going to point A and point B.
Yeah.
And like when Yoshi P says where Yoshi P mentioned that we're gonna like, what is it, ease the burden of questing? I'm like, are we gonna somehow make it even more easy? Like, what do you mean by that? We're not gonna find out until Germany, which we'll then not even find out until the next place they go to. But I'm just like,
Berlin's this weekend, by the way.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. I want quests to be less point A to point B to point C. You can have it, but most quests are just it. That's just all it is. In a lot of cases, I'm just willing to just skip the whole bloody thing. Sorry, I'm not just watching them fight as well. I didn't realize he didn't have a fucking shirt on, actually.
Did you notice that he doesn't have a shirt on either?
the Rothgar, I didn't notice he wasn't wearing a shirt. I actually thought like the fur was the top he was wearing, and he was wearing one of those garbage yellow tops you're forced to wear at early levels. That's what I thought it was. He's
wearing one of the burlap sacks, and no, it's just his body. So this kind of a place is the perfect walk, and like you find it by walking around kind of a thing. Like you don't actually, like if you're somebody who cares, you can just come over here, and they do have like fun little set pieces scattered around this town. They put work into this place. Its Bright Bloom post soldier stationed here responsible for defending Tuliolal. Landsguard are led by our nation's strongest warriors, so naturally Papa has commanded them since the beginning. At least until 3 years ago when Zeralda took over as commander. The title is no empty honor. It means the first promise is considered equal to the Dawn Servant in martial strength. Meanwhile, I haven't even managed to. I'll discuss my brother's accomplishments later. Alfino and Alice used to be around here too. Tommy showed you the Sky Gate. It's right at the northern end of Talon March. Practicing with axes. Get him. Old Machen. You're like is this? Oh no, it's maiming. It's maiming armor. I was about to scouting. Well, are you wearing scouting gear? Maybe. That make you a Viper?
It should, because of these. That's the two bladed items.
Yeah. Okay. All right, that makes sense. I was looking past it. I thought this was a lance. I'm like, oh, you're a dragoon. And I'm like, wait a minute. That's the scouting outfit. Wait, no, he's a Viper. We're fine. It's fine. He's combined them together and he's using them as a pike for some reason.
All right, good. Dawntrail did something right. We don't have to put it in the trash.
I don't know. Yeah. Whack limit in a cutscene. It's a big door, yeah. On the other side is an equally massive bridge to match. Both were constructed by a race of giants, the Yukhoi. Strictly speaking, Tural is actually two separate continents. Yukhtural, the southern lands, and Joktural, the northern lands, which lie beyond the bridge. They show us this bridge and we don't use it for like so long. Legends say it used to be one great landmass, but long, long ago, the two gods fought a titanic battle. And when one threw the other to the ground, the impact was so devastating as to split the continent in twain. What two gods? Hang on, maybe they'll explain. That I can't watch, but good luck on your vacation. Thanks for coming by, Snooty. There's always the VOD if you want to hear us bitch and moan for 2.5 hours. Familiar sounding tale. I'm putting the mind of the conflict between the... Okay, yeah. Getting back to Joktural, these lands are also part of the Tuliolal nation, correct? Yes. United peoples of two continents into a single nation. The many clans of Tural have been at war for generations. It was only when Papa traveled the lands and put a stop to their myriad conflicts that we finally had peace.
Oh, so he can do something.
He did one thing, and then he never followed up on it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, there's something going on with my throat right now. And that's the main reason I want to win the throne, so I can preserve the PC built. Which, we'll get into that too. So you're more interested in what's beyond the gate than hearing about my aspirations.
Yeah.
Across the bridge to Joktural requires a special travel pass. Unfortunately, they won't issue any new permits until the rite of succession is over. Arbitrarily. I promise to get you one in when I'm Dawn Servant, but until then, you'll just have to wait. I wish we could go there now. I want to go there now. Can we go now? Patient, I swear that once the throne is mine, the travel permit is yours. Guess we'll just have to deal with it. Hey, Kryl, you're here. It's covered half the city by now. Teal is unlike any other place I've visited.
And does a Stynian get on the other side of that door?
He jumps.
Ah, yes. Yeah, I forgot he can do that. That makes sense.
or because not handing out the new pass is a stupid contrivance created by the Dawn Servant, Stynian could just ask the Dawn Servant, and the Dawn Servant's just like, yeah, I actually don't give a shit. Here you go. You fought me well. You fought me well, Stynian. Here, have a pass. Get out of here. Viola throws off her hat and starts throwing a full-on tantrum. Second half of our Tuliolal tour. We got 2 million experience for one quest.
Is this this the part where we look at all the statues and we have to look at all the statues?
Maybe. I know we do that when we're learning about the right of succession, which may not be yet. We're learning about the town first.
Okay. I remember it was at some point. I hated it because of how dry it was.
Alright, we're talking. Yeah. Yeah, I'm done with this area. Let's go. Get out of here. And we gotta walk all the way back around. Oh, I should have been doing this.
Well, you didn't tune that Aether, right? So you should probably do that.
Yeah. Actually, we're not. All right. Well, technically we passed by one, but no, we haven't. That was the first one. I remembered at the right time. I don't know if we're gonna be walking by all of them though. Where are we walking?
At least jogging's a thing now.
Oh my god. I didn't know how I felt about it.
I remember watching people trying to like get world fast on the extreme, and they would like class swap to 4 different classes that had moving options and just keep moving, using them all the time. It was kind of fun to watch, actually.
Yeah, like if you're watching people doing the Kugane Tower speedrun, like they're job swapping the whole time. It's dizzying. Still struggling to conceive how one could construct an entire city on the side of a mountain. That's. Aren't you from Charlian?
Yeah.
Cryo? What? You've never fucking heard of this?
Have you read a book?
Do you know how architecture works? Oh my, Cryo with the freaking layup. Originally the site of a Yakui temple, the giants built it where they were first making the bridge to Dawntrail to appease the god who slumbers in the first ocean trends. After the Yakui withdrew, the temple stood empty for centuries, so when Papa was establishing his new nation, he saw a structure he could refurbish into a palace. Cryo left her braid in Charlian. What?
You're not gonna need this where we're going.
No. Gather artisans to do the work in the houses they built for themselves to keep the foundation of the city. Speaking of houses, we passed through the resplendent corridor of the biggest residential district. We climbed the set of stairs here all the way up. Are we actually doing that? Yes. There's a couple of quests that do come up into this area, so it's not completely useless. Also, just I think it's the other side with the adorable baby Mamulja child. There it is. It's the little ones. Man. I wonder if we'll make it long up. Ah, yes. Discuss the palace. Sheer scale of the place is incredible, and what carving at the top represents. I mean, the one that looks like... never mind. Cryo has officially left her brain in Charlian. Papa's palace is called Valak Shunsa, which roughly translates to invincible resilience. You probably want to take a closer look when we come back to it later. Can't look at it now. We're busy on a tour.
Maybe they're just having Cryo ask the really stupid questions because the player knows she's the smart one, so they feel a bit less dumb for not knowing things. But at the same time, the majority of players don't actually give that much of a shit about it.
The drying. So there's so there's a kid in Okami who's drawing stuff on the ground like this, and you interact with this kid to do a side quest. And this kid is, and so I looked at this and I'm just like, are you telling me how to draw a shirt? But of course the kid doesn't get this reference. I did play Okami on stream years and years ago though. So maybe some of you remember those quests and maybe remember me being fond of them. I don't know. That's a deep callback. That was my streaming directly from the PS4 days. Long ass freaking time ago. At a town called Kickapoo. They're a lovely, humble family, religious through and through. Okay, I'm done. This is a resplendent quarter. What manner of people live here? Oh, we have residents from all the Dawntrail clans: Mamulja, Zabral, Pelopelu, Moblin, Hanu Hanu. We also have Tonatwada, Hestero, and Chitona, who moved south from their ancestral lands in Zaktaral. In essence, it's a gathering of people from every corner. True representation of Tuliol's diverse character. Oh my god, just blowing them all off. Yes, it does. The big golden thing represents a crown, which Kryl should probably have guessed that, but she's... Are we just jumping down? Oh no, we gotta take the stairs.
And why not? You can do that.
And
it's not like you'll die.
It always throws me off that everybody's last name is Ja. Can't be that many first names if they're all 2 syllables. I feel like they're like, this is the naming convention and they got stuck with it, so they can't really change everything. Discuss the huge drum. Big drum there is called the Dawn Herald. We play it for formal occasions like when the honoring the Landsguards return from a dangerous duty. I tried hitting it with my axe once and ripped the skin. Earned me a proper scolding, let me tell you. I think it was the time Papa held me upside down by the ankle. Never seen Steve.
I just think Kryl just doesn't get that much.
I love how just in my head, I've never seen such an enormous drum. What could have even used to beat such an instrument? Like I didn't finish reading it because I'm like, it's another stupid question, and then the music cuts out as if like it was a record scratch. I was just like, how did the music know what I was thinking? I was like Kryl, just got a big stick. How do you beat a drum normally? Kryl, what happened to you? God.
Oh boy, alpacas.
Oh, we'll be getting the alpacas. I don't know if it's official lore. I just headcanon that Ja was indicating that they're a person. I don't. Wait.
I think it may be.
That might be.
It may be that simple.
Because I know if it's 2 people, it's Ja when you're 2-headed. But then everybody, if you're 1-headed, you're just Ja. But like,
it's just that everybody runs around with false names in this world, I guess.
So it's also like your first name, air quote first name, is 2 syllables. So you have 2 mouth sounds to work with for the entirety of an entire race. It's like
well, there's not very many of them, so
yeah. Well, I mean, like, what happens? Like, you run into things like you have here's Galilja and here's Galilja and here's Galilja. It's like, you can't have these people in the same room together. I don't know. This is so weird. I feel like this is something that they got stuck with because this is the naming convention from A Realm Reborn, and they can't really. I don't know. It's always struck me as weird. It's a very petty. It's not really a gripe. It's an observation that's sort of unsettling me. This is like if I was a Mamulja, like what's my name, right? Like it's gotta be like there's 30 Timmys in this school class, right? How do you figure it out? I don't know.
It is going to make this storyline a little difficult to explain when I have to bring up Galuljaja and Bakuljaja.
Yeah.
And Galulja in conversation, trying to explain what the characters are and what they're doing, and it's like, okay, so wait, hold on. Bakuljaja's the kid?
Yeah.
No, I have to go back and explain it again. No.
Yeah.
That's Galulja. Alright, well, who the fuck's Galuljaja then? Like, oh, okay, he's...
Yeah. You have to tell people by different names. Like, this is Thumbchild. This is the Dawn Servant. This is a stupid loser who is never punished for the dumb shit he does. Anyway.
Oh boy. There is a box beside me and it is bubbling away. When we get to Valgamanda, the box is opening wide.
My God. Why? We will get there. We will get there. It's our dirigibles. Not bad. I hear all the they use airships to sail the skies. We only find balloons at Tuliola. We have them for the exact same reasons the Aetherites. Koana brought them again. Koana brought it back again. You've had balloons for 3 years. Hey, that is so cap. Ain't happening. What the hell? There is no way in hell they built an entire dirigible society in 3 fucking... No. I'm vetoing that. It doesn't make any sense.
It's also a balloon. You telling me that nobody really thought of that as an idea, as a concept at any point after all this time?
Also, if you're gonna bring back flying technology from Charlian, you bring back dirigibles and not airships? Like they made those. They're making freaking spaceships in Charlian. They made the Ragnarok. They got this. No, let's bring back hot air balloons and bring them everywhere in the last 3. How the hell did they travel 4 years ago? What'd you do if you wanted to go?
We couldn't get an airship to really fit the theme we're going for with Dawntrail, so we brought back balloons, air balloons. That feels like something they would ride.
Oh my god! No, I refuse that point. I object. Like somebody had to have thought of hot air balloon before Koana went to Charlian. I think. Okay. Here's my headcanon. Wilcom, this is all a funny. And they just knew that Wilcomot would believe anything that her brothers tell her. And so they told her, oh yeah, Koana brought that back. I mean, she's never gone to the airship landing in her entire life. Why would she? She's busy hitting the drum with her axe like an idiot. So we'll just tell her that it was Koana's idea and she'll buy it and tell everybody and we'll have a laugh. Yeah, the freaking Ixal! We have a beast tribe that Eorzea is making balloons. But well, no, you can't figure it out here. Oh my god. I draw the line in the sand. This is officially Wilcomot has been trolled by her siblings. They all got together, like nobody tell her the truth. We're gonna see how long this lie goes.
I love that. It's our fucking fault.
I know.
Oh man.
Alright. So the Mamulja are Turali immigrants, yes. There's a person on the boat that you talk to. And so in A Realm Reborn, you're fighting Mamulja all over the place. And then they sort of just exit themselves from the story. But then when we come to the place that they were supposed to be coming from, and now they're a big deal and they're main characters, yes, we find out that they came from. Yeah, okay. Alright, bringing it back down. We haven't seen the exact same reasons the Aetherites blah 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 blah. It's around 3 years ago. Absolutely fucking no.
Dude, this fucking train crashed into a rock because of a fucking balloon.
We've added flights to other settlements. Trade with frontier communities has never been easier. That's enough about dirigibles. The Arch of Dawn awaits. We put our thumb on the scales and see about outlawed foreign interference in their elections. No, they should have. Because the guy running this place is a fucking moron, and we're gonna get to the Dawntrail probably next stream. Oh my god!
It will have to be next stream. We're running out of time, and I think we've got 2 hours worth of fucking shit to go on about this guy. And that's another character that I remember bringing up with people, and I'm being told I'm being too dramatic about it. But now it seems to be cool now that we're actually having a think about this motherfucker and the momentous issues that. We'll get to it next time. I'm gonna save it for next time.
We are having. Oh, actually, hang on. Are you gonna tell me I can't go this way? Is that where you are? Road leads to Kozama Uka. For safety's sake, we're not letting. Yeah.
For safety's sake.
The typhoon just happened.
Break you in half. I'm just gonna go.
I know. This is a classic RPG trope. Like this goes all the way back to all the way back. You sorry we can't go this way, the road's out. It's like, no it's not. Get out of the way. No, you gotta go turn around. We're letting it. We are honoring tradition with Arch of the Dawn Sentry. This is not a problem.
Yes,
it's just
I know, but I'm gonna just step in and say I have always been somebody that's in favor of being allowed to go into a place I shouldn't be going to and getting my head kicked in. I would rather go in and learn the hard way. I think it's funnier. I think it's more interesting than just being told, "Oh no, you can't handle this." And it's like, I've just beaten a fucking god. I've beaten multiple of them.
No.
What the fuck do you mean?
It really is the warrior. Okay, I will once again draw attention to the hat. The Warrior of Light could really just be throwing their weight around if they wanted to, but they are checked out. They're just here to hang. This is the hat.
Those two cutscenes I have in mind that's going to squash that, I think, but we'll get there.
We'll take there are sometimes you take the hat off, and like once we cross over into Alexandria, the hat's off. The hat's off and it stays off because now the Warrior list is like, oh cool, I'm in. Largest story arcs
RuneScape actually kind of allows that. You can go to the wrong fucking place in RuneScape and get obliterated. And I love that.
Largest story arcs of the expansion are not the big problem. It's all the little teals that are messed up that all add up. I don't think games are. Yeah, the welcome bear. Exactly. You go to the wrong side of town and there's a guy with. Or like you leave a place and then you see an enemy that has a skull on their health bar. You're just like, nope. Nope. Alright, Arches of Dawn. The giant tree still here is known as the Dawntrail land gate, but when Papa found up Viola, everyone began using its present name in honor of the great achievement. Through this gate is Kazama Uka, the wetlands south of the city. Depending on what the right of succession asked of us, we might end up going in that direction. We've like really wanted to go across that bridge. She almost threw a fit. Yeah, that one. She's pouty right now. Viola is pouty. She wanted to cross that bridge. And now she wanted to go through this Dawnblade and she's told she can't do it again. Extremely pouty. In Dawntrail, you go to Heritage Found, which is technically not in Alexandria, but Solution 9 is. But you do go to, spoilers, you do go to Alexandria later during the PAX content. When you reminder, we are spoiler heavy. Yep. Everything in the future is going to get revealed, so if you're not ready for it, be ready for it. Because Cryo really is just running. Even the name is intriguing. Fucking hell. What are we doing? What were those fluffy animals we passed by earlier? God, Cryo.
Read a fucking book. Surely one book you must know where an alpaca is from somewhere. Like,
why? I can't believe some of the stuff I didn't even notice the first time around. I was just like, yeah, look at this place. I'm running to hell all over the capital city. I'm just like, yeah, let's go. If Kyle says something, I'm not listening. Or it's just like, oh, wow, I don't know about this. I'm just like, yeah, tell me things. I'm a sponge. I must be filled with water. But now I'm going through this again.
You are doing us a service by going through this, by the way, because as soon as I hear this music, I'm like, cool. It's a non-voiced cutscene. They're not going to say anything important. I can skip a lot of it. Now I'm going to regret this later because they do a weird reversal on that one. But at the moment, I skipped all this, and I really wish I fucking hadn't now because. Holy shit, I have not noticed that. Like I do think Kyle is the one asking the dumb questions so that the player feels less dumb. But if you've been paying attention, Kyle shouldn't be asking these dumb questions.
No, here's the thing. They needed somebody to do these layups. They needed these questions to be asked. The Warrior of Light can't talk. And the only other person with us right now by some contrivance is Cryo. And so they're like, well, we need somebody to be asking these questions. And instead of Cryo leveraging her Charlian knowledge and maybe coming to this trip prepared because, you know, she's been wanting to go and check on her grandpa and maybe she's been doing a little bit of fucking research like the goddamn Warrior of Light did with the freaking PAX content. We read books and we don't read. We can't read. We're stupid as balls and we went to the library and looked at this crap and Crowell hasn't. Are you out of your minds?
Fernand, come over here. Come over here and ask the stupid fucking questions.
I know. You can have Kryle be like, Kryle, okay, this is this specific thing. Kryle knows about alpacas because she saw them in a book. And then she asks he can ask a leading question. I've heard things about alpacas spit. What can you tell me about it, Wooklamont? And then Wooklamont just like on a bender.
Yes, like that. The entire point in this scene is to show us that Wooklamont and alpacas don't get along. So we can easily set this up by having Kryle be like, "Oh, I know these. I've read about these. These are like cute and whatnot."
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
and then that's when Wooklamont comes up and says, "No, they're a monster. Actually, their spit is so, like." It's such an easy setup. It was the easiest throw ball, and
yeah, you can all this stuff. You can keep it exactly the format it is. Kryle asks question to give us world building. Wooklamont answers world building question. But instead of making Kryle look like a dumbass, you can have Kryle just full of knowledge, asking specific questions, and then Wooklamont will then embellish or correct. Wow, is that an alpaca? I've read about them, but I've never seen one in person. Perfect, done. Could have had an alpaca spitters who walk by. Yeah. You just take this nugget. What are those cute, fluffy creatures? Oh, Kryle, please. Read a book. Anyway, they're alpacas, fearsome four-legged fiends.
Are you guys having a good time? I'm having a great fucking time with the stream. This is fantastic.
Fearsome? They seem quite placid to me. Yeah, action shot would have been cool. The action spin. You'll learn soon enough, crowd. You'll learn soon enough. Forget the alpacas. I have something far more important to show you. Come along. Yeah, so this is a benefit that I remember walking through town and then like I was in tourist mode. And I'm like, oh, an excuse to do the thing I was gonna do already. And I'm just like, all right, whatever. I'm looking at everything. I'm like, oh, it's so cool. I'm jamming to the music. I'm not really paying attention to context. I'm just vibing. Man, we haven't even met Ghoul Judge yet. Oh god, that. By the way, that is a series of cutscenes that almost gets to a Realm Reborn level. So I have to be careful when we run into that. When we do the actual Rite of Succession. It was taking 2 hours wishing that my life was over. I was at this point there's a lot of slack I'll give earlier on, particularly when I'm hyped for something. So like even though the warning signs were there, I didn't feel any of this going in there originally. I'm just like, oh, all right, that's kind of weird. I don't know why you said that, but whatever. I'll keep going. I trust you.
There's a little in it. Like for me, I think the reason I blanked it out so badly, it's like it's just we're doing this again. I've done it before. It's gonna get one yada yada, skip, go on so forth. And I think
here we go.
I think it was just like I want to get to the good stuff. Oh, you're excited. You're hyped, so you don't care.
Here's the good stuff. Speaking of the tablets.
Oh my fucking.
There we go. Saga in stone.
Cryo, would you like to ask a dumb question?
No, what is special about these pillars, if I may ask? This may be obscure enough that he actually doesn't know.
Yes, yeah, this is something. This is fine.
At a glance, they might seem like ordinary stone decorations. They're not ordinary at all. Continue. But if you take a really good look, you see there's something much more interesting. Yeah, it's gold. It's gold. Those gold accents. Oh, we get to do. Oh my God, they love doing this.
This was one of the false red alert signs for me. As soon as this happened, I was like, are we doing like a mini game? Is this gonna be fun? No, it's not.
When they leveraged the Yugiri blow dart technology into clicking things and learning about them in the background, it was I'm trying to think if there's ever a time that they did this that was like, oh, this is a neat idea. They do this crap all the time in the planet exploration Laperit Star Trek thing, by the way. So be prepared for that if you ever do those quests. Which is it's a whole different weird sensation there, because you're like everybody around you is interested in this stuff, and you're like barely care. And
so, sorry, I'll let you go. I'll let you finish up.
But that was it. I'm done.
Okay. I think that panning shot was like about 15 to 20 seconds between.
That was a long
unskippable cutscene. Like the thing is, this game does this quite a lot, and it really fucking adds up over time. And I have reached a point in this game where I am very observant of that type of thing happening all the fucking time. Now I'm just looking at things that feel like we're padding the length of this game out, and that was egregious, especially when it's not skippable. It's just a huge camera pan to a bunch of pillows that we're
about to look
at them anyway. Already walked past. Yeah, I'm gonna look at them anyway. Why the fuck were we doing that?
Elsie to tell a series of stories, many of whom feature two-headed Mamulja. That's right, it follows the exploits of my father and his journey to unite our lands. We call it the Tiliolal Saga. The deeds he performed and the bonds he forms all immortalized in stone.
God, he sounds like such a great guy.
Bit of a narcissist. No better way to learn about Tiliolal came to be. Study them as long as you like. Can I not study them? Is that an option? No, it's not.
Like like you just said, like narcissist. That is genuinely what started to go through my head when we came across stuff like this.
Boring shit.
Such a narcissist.
Civilizations have never carved history into their architecture before. It's extraordinary.
Actually, I can't remember this. If you speak to Wuglamad, does she just let you skip?
Let's find out. 4 stones closest was cover the first. Oh.
No.
She literally tells me no. Go click the other stones first and then come talk to me.
What is your fucking point in this screen then? I looked at it and I was like, oh wait, does the game give us an option to not do this? That'd be great. No, the game just gives you an option to remind you don't get to fucking leave. You're looking at all 4 of these, and you'll look at the other 4. You'll look at the other 4 in a minute. You'll be looking at these.
All right, so Lay of Brother takes a scene where Papa grant an audience to the foreign explorer Ketin Ram.
I'm sorry. I'm just seeing a guy giving a monster a blowjob on this one.
That is plausible deniability. Actually.
I mean, diplomacy.
Hey!
If it works, it works.
How badly do you want these vegetables, Ketin Ram? Anyway, Ketin Ram's arrival in Tural will prompt Papa to embark on his own journey. It's 7 the two grew to be close friends, brothers in spirit, but no one knows what became of the explorer in later years. He's in Yaktel. What do you mean nobody knows?
Nobody knows.
People don't know about it. Never mind. Maybe this is handwritten.
It's supposed to be a mystery.
Supposed to be a mystery. At this point, it definitely is. We'll see if it's retroactively a mystery, because I know when you go down into Mamuk, like they talk about like the mysterious blue eyes stranger. We'll find out if there's like legitimately an air of secrecy or if it's a whole bunch of people being stupid.
I suppose there's that because we do have like hindsight, so we'll see.
Yeah. So we will put plausible deniability. Maybe this is legitimately a secret because technically Ketin Ram right now is guarding the door to the Golden City, so like he has a legit job that he used to legit be secret for, but he's also legit known to the people of Mamuk. So when we get to Mamuk, we will see whether or not Mamuk people are really goddamn dumb or if they actually did a good job of keeping him secret. Put a pin in this. No rant yet.
We know they're already dumb for another reason, but that is another box I have ready on the side for when we get there.
Oh yeah. Another case where Wilclamot doesn't know anything. She's giving a tour and doesn't know any of this history herself. Oh god, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
Holy shit. Holy fuck. That is powerful. You need to get that on stream right now. That needs to be posted on the fucking saved on the VOD so we have it forever.
1 second. Okay, guys. I need to perform the various steps to get this available on the stream for you. Give me a second. Hang on. No, there is a picture shared in a group chat that I will now share with you, the viewing audience. All right. Da 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 da. Da da da. Da da da. Did I not put it there? Crap. Hang on a minute. Where did I save this? Thought I saved the desktop to make it easy on me.
Not a WebP, is it?
What's a JFIF? What's a JFIF
what
file?
What the fuck is a JFIF?
Hang on a minute.
The what?
Hang on
That's
a minute.
a new one.
I have never... Oh, it knows
it's
what
a
it
JPEG
is. Okay.
format. That's an... Okay, right.
There we go,
I've never heard of
guys.
JFIF before.
Courtesy of Tatsu.
That is an S tier pool, especially right now. That is a fantastic pool.
Okay, there you go, guys. It said that the two grew to be close friends, brothers in spirit, if not by blood. There you go. It's on the stream, right? I'm gonna go. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, it's
okay. I'm gonna hold on to this. Anyway, there you go. Thank you. Wow. Yeah. Hi, Snooty. We are so off the rails. Oh my goodness. No one knows if we became an explorer in later years. So we're gonna put a bit. Okay. We talked about a lot of stuff. But the only things we know for sure is that this may actually be done correctly, so we need to give them the benefit of the doubt, and that is clearly a blowjob going on right now. Anyway, Ken and Ram's disappearance is a mystery in Eurasia as well. The records say he traveled between our lands for years for a while. I'd assume he was lost at sea. So this was legitimately kind of a cool intrigue point. Like at this point in the story. So we'll see what happens. Lay of Reeds. About to ask how I was going for. Resolve for the head of reason. That's the real question. What rails? We had rails. Valid point.
This kind of looks like he's shoving a Hano in an oven.
I am now immediately a fan of the wrong answers only carvings. Lay of Reeds, the story and Papa visit the Hano in their village in Kazamauka. People of Alfino almost mistook for Vanu, if not for the colorful plumage. He spent a fair bit of time among the Vanu in the Sea of Clouds, so it's no surprise he took an interest in your countrymen. I don't know how it is with your Vanu, but our Hanu are bright and cheerful sort. They hold this one festival every year, very famous and a lot of fun. So he knows nothing about it.
They're both very, very dumb.
Yeah, that trait went over 100%. Baked chicken, yum. The Lay of Pots. It's the Moblins. They might wear odd masks and sound really muffled when they talk, but the gold and silver work they sell is the best you'll find anywhere. Moblin goods are the standard when it comes to gift giving. Clearly, the Vanu aren't the only people with Dawntrail counterparts.
There's not much to that one. He is just shaking the hand of a duck.
Yeah, it's not. There's not. Okay, this is rock, paper, scissors. Lay of Repast, you probably tell the figure here is one of the Zabral like me. For decades, the Zabral and the Muldar were at war for control of the forest. The actions Papa took to end that conflict have since been hailed as the first steps in the founding of Tuliolal. There's a clan of Frothyar and Brasja known as the Hellions. In their society, the women rule as queens and the men serve as devoted subjects. Yet here in Jabral men and women appear to be of equal status. How dramatically culture can vary with location.
So what's happening there is there's a Tetris L block about to land on Muklamat's head, but Bakul Jaja is distracting her the entire time.
So they can hit her. Tucking a goblin in. Kissing a goblin on the forehead. Also valid. We're done with the first half, we can move on to the second.
No!
Do we have to?
This is where the dread set in for me. Genuinely. It's unskippable and it's so miserable. I just want to keep clicking.
Lay of Gold, Pillow shows one of the Pello, whose homeland is in Urkapacha. Having created our currency, the Pello are rightfully known as the merchant clan. They oversee Tuliola's markets, and their traveling peddlers are a common sight. They'll just size Tulio, they may be mistaken as children, but beneath those beak masks, they're clever and calculating traders. I wish we had anything! Anyway. Oh look, it's Voli Garmunda. The Lay of Ice depicts the battle with the legendary Tral Vidral. I should explain. A Tral Vidral is a creature that has lived far beyond its usual lifespan and is awakened to preternatural power. Voli Garmunda itself is dubbed as the Sky Ruin, the name earned for the destruction and terror it visited upon Tral every time it stirred from its slumber. But 80 years or so ago, its ruinous reign was brought to an end. After a great struggle, Papa and his comrades managed to overcome the raging Vidral and sealed it away in the Urkapacha Mountains. Despite its reputation, Voli Garmunda is also a symbol of power. That's why you see its likeness on Tuliol's national emblem and adorning the banners of the palace.
I'm going to beat this giant bird dragon with my 2 baguettes.
Indeed. Blank pillar. This one's unmarked. Thank you, Kryl.
So why did we get the option to select it?
You left a blank pillar for the next chapter of Tuliol's history. Oh, the blowjob tables have turned. The Lay of Proof. The big fellow is the Yakui, the largest of Tural's peoples. The giants once used their great size and strength to establish dominion encompassing all of Yak-Tural. Having brought the southern reaches to heal, they then turned northward, setting their sights on Yak-Tural. You'll recall that massive bridge that they built beyond the Skygate. Sometime after launching the northern campaign, they just gave up. I'm actually curious about this because there was an implication that the plague or the virus that struck them was caused by the Golden Land, but that ended up not being the case. This is something I need to pay attention to, about whether or not they go into detail about where this virus or sickness came from. That sort of just swept through. Just a hand job now. Yeah, when we get into the Yakui later, that's something I'm going to be like, I need to pay attention to this because I don't really remember correctly. I've never seen any of their kind so much as set foot in the city. Abandoned lands and conquered withdrew into the mountains. This was the people with the power and the resources to raise a temple on a mountaintop and build a bridge across the sea with stone, what could move them to renounce their ambitions and place in Turali history.
How'd you feel the history then? Now it's time for the next set.
I know. Oh my god. Can you imagine? Also, why wouldn't... It's not a secret specifically why the giants moved back.
This could be a case of her just not knowing because she's dumb as paste.
Yeah, I do want to keep track of this specifically. Like, what is bad writing? What is actually not bad writing? And what is this as Wilklamat being stupid princess? This is stupid princess. Yes. Yes, thank you.
Maybe one more look said no one ever.
Just wanted to give this another look. Why? Here's a Realm Reborn track for you. Feel awfully hungry all of a sudden. No surprise, they're saying I couldn't keep anything down for a while, and I think I'm ready to eat again. Local delicacy! Oh my god. Here comes the big fat tacos. They did know something unbelievable. Also,
really glad.
was very good at making friends.
I'm really glad they did not. Huh. Big meme there. Anyway, you may want to cancel that pre-comedy invite.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Okay, yeah. I'm glad they didn't decide to, like, you know, we didn't actually go and lean into Big Fat Tacos as, like, the big actual meme. Because part of me was sort of worried that, like, later down the line we're going to create the Big Fat Taco store and the writers were going to lean into it really hard and kill the meme entirely. So the potential was there for them to fuck it up, but they just didn't take it, which I'm glad. It's better to leave it.
I always thought it was like the Trail of Tears and the smallpox blankets caused the disease. So that was, yeah, so this could just be my own personal misconstruing. Yes, thank you to Hurry Voice. That because they were talking about, like, I think they were trying to find the Golden City, like the Yakui, and then that didn't work out. I might have got my wires crossed, so this is just something I'm paying attention to. Go on the roof? Can't go on the roof. God, if that was a blocking banister or not. I don't know why I had a strange impulse to check that, but I did. Hello, walk limit. Have you had tacos? They're too little classic. You bake a crunchy shell made from corn flour and fill it with meat and salad. A lot of shops and stalls sell them, but I like how they're made here at Zabalia of Tea the best. Don't tell Auntie's tacos. I need one right in front of me right now. Let's head downstairs and place an order. It's tacos! Oh, you can't jump that banister, though. Love this guy's shirt.
Hello, not Dickon.
Brookevo! My companions must sample your heavenly tacos. One for each of us, please.
Right away, promise. And I'll pack them tight with my choicest feelings. Only the best for you and your friends.
Proper Tulio all welcome.
He surfs on weekends.
Did you hear the Silver Scales are back? Seems their overseas foray ended in disaster. More than half their warband is missing, including their leader.
Aye. And now keen to rebuild their broken reputations, the survivors seek the Golden City. A fool's errand. How many hopefuls have disappeared in search of that fable? They should count their lucky stars they came home alive at all.
This feels like a very Oblivion, walking by people, listening to random ass stuff of plot relevance.
I think this is a step up from Oblivion, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, I love this, the energy of it. I love the campy energy in Oblivion too, for as far as I got.
The legend of the Golden City is well known here, I take it.
Are people mad at me for saying Oblivion instead of Skyrim? I didn't actually play Skyrim. I did play Skyrim, actually. I was about 15, 20. I bounced off that game so hard. Which is weird, because I was doing the werewolf quests and everything. I know.
I've bounced off all of them, actually. I've never been able to stick with an Elder Scrolls in any way.
Maybe Elder Scrolls 6 will be the one that I stick with.
I mean, I technically beat Skyrim on stream, but the only reason that happened is because by being on stream, I have made myself clear it. Otherwise, I wouldn't bother. I just never bothered with any of those Elder Scrolls games. They just never click. And I know for some people that is blasphemous to say, but I would then say as a retort, you have bad taste in video games, so yeah.
There are some times to this day that I'll wonder if Alpha will carry 50 pounds of iron ingots back and forth, like in real life.
That's probably how he spent the rest of his days. He's gonna grow up to an old guy. He's gonna be the king blacksmith. The only thing I think I had left to do that I had intentions to do was to, like, what is it, the Ebony Knight or some shit? I don't remember who the fuck it was, but it's the super boss that occurs when you've gotten everything to max. But I'm just like, do I want to stream that? Not really. But I did beat the game finally, and I know how it ends.
Yeah. Suni, yes, by the way, the Warrior of Light is responsible for killing a lot of Mwilja. So some of these conversations that are going on around us, like, it could be like, oh, I hope you don't recognize me, this could be awkward. But nobody calls the Warrior of Light out for being murderous here, specifically. Very specifically here. Can't all have Durkethis. Or can we all have Durkethis? I don't know why I phrased it that way. Moving on.
It is, but as no one's ever seen it, many question if there is any truth to the tale. Like our skeptical Erinville.
I can't imagine the Dawn Servant would request a formal survey for a place that doesn't exist.
Trial smart again.
He's thinking, at least.
Now to find a spot with a pleasant view to enjoy our crunchy spoils.
How do we introduce somebody as a jerk?
Oh,
Oh no, our tacos!
Sorry, I'm late, Wooklama. Would you like your wedgie now?
I know.
If it isn't the third promise.
what the?
I don't know these ones. New salt.
Dredge from foreign waters is my guess, brother.
Of course, that's it. Wooklamat is so afraid of the coming contest that she went crying for special help.
Was there something you wanted, Bakul Jaja?
The third promise remembers us! Such an honor.
Thank you for liking my hat. Also, this is probably the first time that I'm like, why is the warrior light standing there? You just fight him on principle at this point.
Glory on your name, brother. And on yours, brother.
I know my rivals for the throne. Nothing more.
Another child of the Dawn Servant?
No, this brute.
We have no ties to their farce of a family. Unlike the sneevling house cat, we are blessed siblings, the Oliver chosen. We alone are fit to succeed Golul Jaja
Question.
as Dawn Servant.
Yes.
Are domesticated cats in this world? Because I do not remember any.
As minions.
Oh, okay. As minions, right. I suppose then they could know about it then. Alright, okay. I keep forgetting that minions exist because I don't collect them.
Yeah, so actually, so the Auntie's Tacos special deliveries does involve they wheel out that fat cat. The white cat with the brown and dark brown spots, the chubby one.
Okay. Okay, that one.
And that is specifically an in-universe like stray who walks around and eats things, and then they just borrow it because they borrow it for a mascot idea for what they're doing. So there are actually sniveling. So the presence of there being sniveling stray cats will then lead credence to there being sniveling house cats.
The only cat I could ever remember was the one from Alexander, but I was just trying to rack my brain trying to remember any other cats that were anywhere else in the game.
Say yes because the Alexander raid. You guys are connected.
Oh,
there it is.
I was just more having a think. I don't remember them being that prevalent, and I was wondering if you know what the fuck a house cat was. But yeah, I guess you can get them as minions. I just forget the minions thing exists.
It is a tenuous thread, but thread does exist. So, but we could throw them under the bus for any other 90 reasons.
Oh no, I know. I just wanted to see if this was another. I could throw them under the bus now.
No. Well,
All
yes, but
peoples are equal in Tulihiola. Your heritage gives you no greater claim to the throne.
Shall we test that idea here and now? See if your strength is equal to ours.
None of this has any bearing on the right of succession, correct? Best not waste your energies on pointless scuffles.
The kitten comes to the house cat's defense.
Pathetic. Since when was our nation overrun by mewling weaklings?
Listen to me, you.
Wow, you're getting the hand from Kryl.
Look, you didn't even look at Kryl. How did you know she held her hand out? You could have just went for it.
Could have.
A two-headed
She would have died,
Mamuja.
but...
I knew of them, but that's the first I've seen in the flesh.
Don't ask the Warrior of Light. They've seen a two-headed Mamulja before.
Some get it into their twin heads that they're destined to follow in my father's footsteps. So they travel to distant lands to hone their battlecraft. Those are likely the ones you've heard about.
Are there other two-headed claimants?
No, just Bakul Jaja. Even in Tural, his kind are far from common. The Mamulja people largely belong to one of three clans. The Hubigo,
All the dramatic music for this particular part of the conversation for some reason.
and the Dopro. Every once in a great while, a two-headed offspring is born from a union between the brown-scaled Hubico and the blue-scaled Bunewa. The child grows to possess immense strength, both physical and magical.
Blessed siblings indeed.
Forget them. Let's go and buy more tacos. I can think of nothing better to rid me of this bad taste in my mouth.
Get a call.
Enjoying your tour of the city, I trust. We've seen our share of notable sights and took a moment to rest. As such, we're ready to present ourselves at the palace for the rite of succession. Shall we meet you there?
Perfect
The
stopping
palace
point.
it is. I'll let Wuklamart know. Destiny calls. Perhaps we can return for more tacos later?
So it goes.
Or you can just go get 5 minutes, go get one. They don't know where we are.
Also, don't think they're gonna rush either.
Oh, Russian? What are you gonna do? Nothing's gonna happen until she shows up. Let her have tacos.
Well, I think Kryl's like, I want to continue with the game right now, so let's just go.
Holy crap, I got a second message for a FC. Alright, well, we're past
Jesus
9.
Christ.
Yeah. I got people are chatting me.
You're in a zone that's now way more populated with higher
That's
level
true.
players. So now they're like, oh hey, a competent person is definitely not a bot, so let's try to get them in.
Yep.
Well, this was fun.
Yeah. Alrighty, so I'll put a stop to it. Thanks everybody for coming out. Goodness gracious. So, I have a feeling that this level of bitching and madness is only going to rise. So, hope you enjoy. And if you don't enjoy it, I cannot promise anything better. Not on Wednesdays. So for Saturday, I was going to do like a 14 talk about jobs thing, but then I realized that Berlin is this weekend, so probably not a good time for that. I'm probably gonna go back to Sauros. It may not be a full stream, but that's fine because I may not be able to physically do a full stream anyway. We'll see what happens. So I'll just screw around in there, and then the week after I'm not gonna be around, so that's sort of why I'm looking for like a little filler thing. But anyway, thanks again for